Hi, my name is Damien, and this is your 30-minute class focusing on flexibility and balance. Today, you're going to need a cleared space and a sturdy armless chair should you need any assistance with balance. I'll be doing today's class barefoot. You're more than welcome to do today's class barefoot or in non-slip socks on a non-slip surface or in some flexible sports shoes. Remember, our main goal is for flexibility and balance, so you want to be able to move. Have plenty of water close by. Take water breaks whenever you need. Stay hydrated, and above all, please work at your own pace. And number one, have fun. We'll start with a warm-up, nice and easy, and stand with your feet in a parallel stance. Let's talk about parallel stance. That's when your feet are directly underneath your hips, your toes, knees, hips, shoulders are all pointing directly towards me, and we're going to take that parallel stance and step a little bit wider than your hips. Give a soft bend in your knees, open your arms, palms facing me, arms below the shoulders, and swing your arms around to tap your shoulders or your upper back. Nice easy swing, loosening up those shoulders. Try to feel that you're alternating one arm over the other. Let's do about 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, shake those legs out a little bit, and we'll start some marches. So let's go over the marches. Back to our parallel stance. Remember, that's feet directly underneath your hips, toes pointing directly towards me. We're going to lift your right foot up off of the floor, and we're not going to flex it and stomp it flat down. We're going to lift it heel, ball, toe, and then come down toe, ball, heel, bending the knees, alternating sides. Right? So this is so that we don't have any shock into our joints, right? That toe, ball, heel, or rolling through your feet is to make sure that you have a nice, easy landing on your foot. Now we've got opposite arm from knee swinging, just like walking, and you've got your thumbs up towards me. Let's pick up the tempo and, right? And now, if the rolling through the foot seems a little bit foreign to you, I like to imagine that I'm putting my foot down quiet, like a cat. Like I want to march and pick up speed, but I don't want to make any noise. That helps me get the right technique for that. Deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. We will come back to those marches, but first let's do our arms. So you've got your thumbs up. You're going to give me 2 thumbs up, reaching your arms forward towards me, and then rotate your arms to the side and give 2 thumbs out to the sides of you, to the people over there and over there. Forward, in, back, in. Bend your knees a little bit. Out, in. Forward, out, forward. Let's add those marches. 4 marches for each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Side, 2, 3, 4. Forward, 2. Side, 2. 4 marches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Forward and out. Remember, it's a lot going on here. So if you want to just focus on one thing, that's great. Yeah, when you're ready, just add both movements. Or 3. Forward, side, and march. Forward and side. Good. 2. Shake it out. Nice work. Okay. Step your feet out wider than your hips, still in that parallel stance. So toes pointing towards me, hands on your hips. Hip circles. Circle forward, side, back, and side. Forward, side, back, and side. Forward, side, back, and side. Let's go around the other direction. Forward, side, back, and side. We've got 3 more. Forward, side, back, and side. Forward, side, back, and side. And forward, side, back, and side. Excellent. Okay, so let's go into some balance exercises. These next movements we do, they're going to be nice and slow. So bring your feet a little bit more narrow than your classical parallel position, like that first position we did in the very beginning of class. Bring your feet a little bit more narrow than your hips. Normally you wouldn't stand this way, but we're doing it this way for balance. Okay? Place your hands behind your head. Now slowly lift your right toe to your ankle, mid, calf, or knee, keeping your hips level. So you don't want to hike your hip up like that. Okay? And now keeping your knee pointing towards me, twist your upper body. Untwist. And place your foot down. Let's do the other side. Slowly lift, ankle, mid, calf, or knee, keeping your hips level, keeping your knee pointing towards me. Twist your upper body. Try not to let your knee open like that. Untwist and lower. And let's do one more on each side. Lift, twist, woo! Make sure all the toes of your standing foot are on the floor. Untwist and lower down. We have one more, then we're going to put our arms down. And lift, hips level. Now it doesn't matter how high you lift your knee, just keep your hips level. Knee towards me, and we twist, untwist, lower down, and shake it out. Good job. So bring your feet into our parallel stance now. So our feet are directly underneath your hips. Hands on your hips, and we're going to take your right foot and step directly behind you. Make sure that you don't step out to the side like this or over cross back like that, okay? Lower your knee or bend your knees in alignment with your ankles, good. And now curl your pelvis towards me. You're gonna feel this thigh stretch. Uncurl and stand. Let's go. Step back, left leg, lower down. Curl your pelvis towards me, feeling this thigh stretch. So we have stability and flexibility. And up, good, so flexibility, balance. Let's go once again, hands here. Curl the pelvis towards me, stretching this thigh. Uncurl and stand. One more. Step back, lower down. Curl your pelvis towards me. Uncurl, making sure your toes are pointing towards me, and then stand. Amazing, great work, shake it out. So now, bring your feet back into that parallel stance, but narrower than usual. Bring your hands low, medium, or high. Drive your elbows down so you make a goalpost position with your arms, and slowly lift your knee up to ankle, mid-calf, or knee with your hips level, and place the foot down. Let's alternate sides. This is a slow, controlled movement. I want you to feel that there's a resistance in your elbows as you drive your elbows down versus just let them drop down, okay? So it's almost as if you're pushing something down with your elbows. You should start to feel your upper back, work. And one more. Lift, hold, and lower. Open the arm. Good. Okay. So, remember those lunges we did, that last exercise? We're going to do those again, but we're going to add a torso twist. So place your hands on your hips. Feet are in parallel stance, toes pointing towards me, feet directly underneath your hips. Take your right foot back directly behind you and bend your knees. Now keep your legs still as you twist your upper body. Untwist and stand. Let's do the other side. Lower down. Twist, untwist, and stand. One more each side. Step back, twist, untwist, and stand. Other leg to the back, lower, twist, untwist, and stand. Good. So the exercises that we're doing today are compound exercises. We're putting stability and flexibility in each exercise, right? Wonderful thing. Okay, so now parallel stance. Step out wider than your hips, and this time turn your toes outwards, right? So that turnout's going to come from your hips, right? Hands on your hips, straight back. Bend your knees directly in alignment with your ankles and toes. Keep your back straight. Try not to hinge forward this way. Now, slowly lift your heels, low, medium, or high. Hold. Lower your heels down. And straighten. Let's do a couple more. This gives a lot of stability to your ankle. You can do 1 foot at a time if you want. Or you can do both. Let's do one more. Lower down. Hold here. Strong legs, right? Straight back. Alignment is everything. Now let's see if you can lift your ankles low, medium, or high. All your toes are on the floor, especially your big toe. Lower down. Woo! And straighten. Good. Turn your feet in. Walk back. Easy. Shake it out. Okay, back to our parallel stance. Feet wider than your hips. First thing, we want to make sure in this next exercise that we avoid shifting our hips from one foot to the other. We want our hips to stay directly in the center. This way we get the flexibility and stability benefit. Hands behind the head or in a V. This is a little bit more challenging, okay? Now grow taller in your spine first, as if your fingertips and the top of your head are going to touch the ceiling. Your shoulder blades are gliding down your back, and bend to the side. Remember, we want to keep our hips in between our feet. We don't want to shift our weight from one side to the other. Now, grow taller in your spine as you come up. Whew, you'll feel your abdominals working on this one. Tall spine out of the top of the head, and then bend. Hips stay right where they are. And lengthen up. One more each side. Whew. You don't need to do a lot of these if you do them correctly. I'll tell you that. Bend to the side. Drive your opposite foot down. So as you bend to this side, that foot's going to stay down, okay? So push your right foot down into the floor as you bend to the left. And lengthen. Open. Woo! Shake. Step your feet out wider than your hips. Again, let's do some hip circles. 3 forward. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go the other direction. 1, 2, 3. Good. Shake it out. Okay, so this next one, I would say have your chair close by in case you need it, okay? All the exercises, have your chair close by if you feel you might need some assistance, okay? So I'm gonna have it right there, and I'm gonna have it like within arm's reach, just in case, okay? So, feet parallel, toes pointing towards me. Slowly elevate, thumbs towards me, up, 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 up. Now it doesn't have to, it can be low, medium, or high. Now just lift your arms towards me, holding your heels off the floor. Thumbs up. Heels down first, lower down. Good. Let's try that again. Now as you rise up, you don't want your feet to roll on the outside of your foot, because that would, that's not good. That could injure you, right? And you don't want it to roll on the inside of the foot, otherwise you develop a big fat bunion like I have right there. All right, here we go. So straight through the center of the foot. That's from years of ballet. And lift. Wouldn't change it. It's a badge of honor, that foot. And lower down. Here we go. And lift. Now we're going to slowly lift the arms low, medium, or high. Open to the side, lower down. Great work. Shake it out. Nice work. Let's do a little calf stretch. Turn this way, toes pointing that way. No turn out. Step this foot, your front foot back. bend this leg and straighten your back foot. This one right here, okay? Now bend this leg and straighten. There you go. Let's do 2 more times. 1 and 2. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of your calf. Good. And 2. Your tendons too. Let's go this way. Make sure you're doing this without your legs being turned out. Okay, so toes are pointing this way. Find your lunge and then bend this leg here, the one that's behind you. And stretch. And then bend it. And straighten it. Try to get your calf down. And bend. And stretch. And up. Good. Okie dokie. Your feet are in parallel stance. Okay? Make sure you've got enough space behind you for this one. Bend your knees. Hinge forward from your hips. Your back is straight, so you're bending from your hip joint. You're not rounding this way. Straight back. Okay? Send your right leg back behind you directly. Lift it off the floor and slowly hinge forward as you lift it. Now see if you can lift your arms low, thumbs up, medium or high. Hold and come back. Good. Let's switch sides. Bend your knees. Hinge forward from your hips. Send your leg back. Your left leg. Lift your left leg up. Make sure your hip bones are pointing directly to the floor like headlights. And have your thumbs reach forward, up, and up. And once again, let's do one more each side. We're taking this slow for a real balance challenge. Bend, slide your right leg back, hinge forward. You're keeping your back straight. You're hinging from your hip, right? Now reach the arms low, medium, or high, your choice. You'll feel your core really working the higher your arms go. And one more, bend, hinge from your hips, slide your left leg back, hips stay even down to the floor, reach the arms low, medium, high, and up. Great. Shake your legs out. Good. Okay. Turn your legs outwards. Okay. And actually, you know what? Let's turn your legs outwards and bend your knees. Okay. Slide your right leg forward and lift it off of the floor. Bring your left arm forward, right arm to the side. So you have opposite arm to foot. You can touch the floor too with this one. Now slowly open your leg and your arms to the side. Now take your leg behind you and bring your right arm forward. Slowly open your arms and legs to the side. Bring your right leg front and your left arm forward. Let's do one more. Slowly open. And back. And open. And front. Heels together and hold. Woo! Okay, some good stability exercises there. Second side. Bend your knees. Take this slow. You want your knees over your toes. All your toes are on the floor. You don't have to be a lot turned out. It should be just like a little piece of pizza, okay? As boring as that sounds, a little piece of pizza. I'd rather have a little piece of pizza than no piece of pizza, right? Lift your leg off the floor. You can also do this with your arm, with your foot on the floor. Now we're going to bring your arms to the side, your leg to the side, circle your leg to the back, and reach your left arm front. Good. Left leg comes around, right arm comes front. So our second one. Here we go. Arm and legs to the side. Reach. And open both arms and legs to the side. And forward. Feet together. And finish. Good. Woo! That was a toughie. Feet a little bit more narrow than your traditional parallel stance, a little bit more narrow. And we lift your right toe to your ankle, mid-calf, or knee. Now keep our hips level. So we're not gonna hike our hip up like that. Thumbs here, reach your toe to me. Reach opposite arm and see if you can twist. Don't let your toe open. Don't let it open this way, right? Hold it there. Bring it in, lower down. Good. Other side. Lift. Extend, opposite arm to foot. Now hold your toe reaching to me and twist your upper body. Untwist, bend, place your foot down. Good. All right, shake that out. So our next exercise is really important because it's going to get our outer hips, and those muscles are so important for balance, right? They really help prevent falling. So let's work those, okay? Feet parallel stance, hands on your hips for this one. Bend your knees, shift your weight over onto your left leg, keeping your hips level. So try not to lean like that. Slide your toe out, your right toe, barely touch the floor. Now lift and lower, barely touch the floor. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Two more. Lift and lower and lift. Flex the foot, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the foot, place your foot down and stretch. Okay, so if you're feeling all these muscles on the side here, you're feeling the right thing. Okay. Bend your knees, shift your weight over. Try not to lift your hips, right? Sometimes one side is harder to do than the other to keep your hips level. That's definitely my body's like that. And that would be this side. Point your toe, your left toe, barely touching the floor, and we lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. You got 2 more. Lift and lower. Let's do 1 more. Lift, hold for 4, 3, 2, stay. Flex the foot. Point the foot. Touch. Feet together. Woo! Got that one on. Good. Okay. We have 1 more here. Okay, before we do some hip circles and before we finally start a really nice juicy stretch. Feet parallel, closer together than normal. Arms here. Find your right heel up or touch your toe to your ankle, mid-calf, or knee. Circle low, medium, and high. See if you can move your arms without moving the rest of your body. Beautiful, good. Let's do the second side. Lift your heel, your left heel. Oh, that's a good stretch in the metatarsal. Try that here for a little bit. Just stretch that metatarsal. Oof. Let's try the other foot again. If we didn't spend enough time there, that feels good. And then this one. Oy, 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 oy. Good. Alrighty. Now lift your toe, ankle, mid-calf or knee. Circle low, medium, and high up. Moving your arms without moving any other part of your body. Foot down, bend, and straighten. Great. Let's stretch. Grab your chair. Place your chair in the center of your space with your seat facing me and come over to, let's go this side. So we can do the right leg first. Okay. Actually, I changed my mind, sorry. Sorry, come over to this side. So now feet are parallel, okay? Facing this way though. Parallel stance facing this way. Back hand on the back of the chair. Back foot, lift the knee. Oh, actually, front foot, sorry. Lift, place it on the chair. Good. Hinge forward with a straight back. You'll start to feel a real stretch in the back of your leg, your hamstring, this upper back of your leg, your hamstring, and your calf muscle, right here. If you want to place your hand on your shin and straighten your back a little bit more, you can do that. It feels wonderful. And come up. Bend this knee, okay? Shift your weight forward. And you'll feel the hip of your standing thigh stretching. And now come back, place both hands on the back of your chair. Open this knee, allowing your foot to roll on the chair. If you want a little bit more stretch, you can slide your foot closer to the back of the chair. Hinge forward. Oh, this is good on the hips, especially after all of that balancing and the outer hip work. So you want to feel this knee opening gently, just the weight of the knee opening, and your back is absolutely straight here. Woo! And come up and close the knee. Good. Take your foot off the chair. Walk to the back of your chair. Place both hands here, facing me. Step back with your feet parallel and wider than your hips, toes pointing towards me. Take a nice big step back. Bend your knees, fold over, hinging from your hips, and sending your hips back over your heels. Long spine. Oh, I'm gonna disappear for a second and look down at the floor. Woo! My goodness, that feels good. And then hinge back up. Got a shoulder stretch, got a hip stretch, got a back stretch, all in one. Let's come to the other side. Place your hand on the back of the chair. Front leg on the chair. You don't have to develop it like I just did. Okay? And straighten your leg on the chair. Hinge forward with a straight back. See if you can place your hand on your shin. And just breathe. Inhale. Notice I'm trying to straighten my back even more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And come up. Bend this front knee. Push your hips forward. Making sure that your knee is in alignment with your ankle. You don't want to overbend. Okay. Oh, it feels so good. Okay. So now place both hands on the back of your chair and walk your foot a little bit more towards the back of the chair if you want more stretch. If not, just keep your foot in the center. Open your knee, allowing your foot to gently roll on the chair and supporting yourself with your hands, hinge forward. Ooh. Yes, and feel this stretch in your hip. Ooh la la. Inhale. And exhale. And this is a stretch you can do anytime, anywhere. Okay, come up, close your knee, and take your foot off of the chair. Sit on your chair facing me. Good. And we're going to walk one foot at a time this way. Good. Now, place both hands on your seat. Slide your front leg back, and then shift back. See how I shifted back from the center of my seat to over here? This is going to give me a better opportunity to keep my back and pelvis straight while I stretch my hip flexor and my thigh. Now this foot here, try to keep the heel down. Grab the back of your chair, keep your back straight, and reach your hand towards me. And now lengthen out of the top of your head as you slowly twist your spine like a spiraling staircase, spiraling upwards. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, yes. Open your arm, untwist, place your hand on the seat of the chair, bring your feet together, take all the time you need. Walk one foot at a time to face me, and then one foot at a time to face the other direction. Slide your front leg back, shift your hips back on the seat, right? Did you see that? So I went from here to here. It just feels a little bit more comfortable. And now you've got this heel down on the floor. Take your back hand over the back of the chair, shoulders facing this way. Open this arm towards me, your front arm. And remember, your spine is going to spiral upwards like a spiraling staircase as we inhale. Touch the back of the chair. Let's hold this stretch. See if you can get a little bit more rotation. And exhale. Ooh, yes. Place your hand on the seat of the chair. Feet together. Walk one foot at a time to face me. Stand and breathe. Inhale. Freedom. And exhale. Feel liberated. Thank you so much for joining me today. That will finish our class focusing on flexibility and balance. I feel absolutely amazing. I hope you do too. And now all we have to do is enjoy the rest of the day. My name's Damien. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time. Bye-bye.